Teamwork makes the dream work. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. You're on the air right now, and I understand that you are a very, very special guest this morning. So thank you for calling in. How are you?
Oh, my gosh. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. Please tell me your name and who you're with.
My name is Sari, and I have the honor and privilege of being the CEO of the Central Texas Food Bank.
Wonderful. Thank you for being on this morning. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for doing what you do.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I actually gave some food. I think I did it like for about 3 years in a row. Gave some food to the food bank, and it feels good. You know what I mean? Because there's one thing about life that's so important. I think two things we need is food and water.
Yep.
Clean food, clean water, and that's so important to do. So tell me a little bit about the food bank, please.
Sure. Well, the food bank has been around for over 40 years. We are one of 200 Feeding America food banks, and we are part of the Feeding Texas network. There's about 20 food banks in Texas, and we serve 21 counties, and we are responsible for providing food support for about 460,000 food insecure people, and that includes over 150,000 children.
Wow. Now, do you take you're taking donations as well, like food and water? It's got to be canned food, right? Got to be specific.
No, it doesn't, actually.
Okay.
So we do accept shelf-stable food. We say we always are in need of food, funds, and friends. So monetary support, volunteers, and then folks can do food and fun drives. We have a list of most needed items on our website, but we're really trying to make sure that we're providing fresh, healthy food. So yes, canned items are still appreciated, but things like pasta, rice, peanut butter are also welcome as well.
Cool. Now, I was going to say a lot of kids have peanut allergies or allergies. Period. Is that a concern you guys have when people drop off food? How do you handle that?
They do. So we have a network of about 250 partner agencies and direct service programs. And so not only do our agencies have the ability to order product, but the idea is to create client choice pantries so that families can shop with dignity and they can access the product they need. So this way people aren't just receiving pre-bagged or pre-boxed items. So if someone can't have peanut butter, then they have the ability to not take it.
I feel sad for him because I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is my thing. It really is. Give me a PB&J sandwich any day, man.
Well, there's also almond butter and, all kinds of butter these days.
This is true. It really is.
She's trying to sway you. She's telling you to diversify. Give some other ones an opportunity.
A little diversity in my peanut butter thing.
And I personally have almond butter, but,
Hey, well,
it's a beautiful thing.
Are you saying that you'll at least give it a try, Jabari? Can you at least give it a try now?
Oh, I love almond butter.
Okay,
I really do. No,
so
I have
he's
no
hearing
issues.
you. He's just refusing.
I have no issues with almond butter, man. No. I actually went and got some the other day from the store. I like almond butter. It provides a good source. It's a great source of protein. It's a little chunkier than the peanut butter is, but yeah, no, man. Me and almond butter, we tight. We good.
Okay. I'm glad she was able to help us understand that you can step out of your comfort zone
just a little bit. Don't tell nobody though.
Ma'am, I am so curious here. What area does the food bank serve? Just like, what are the limits? We have a vast listening audience. Some people are on terrestrial radio, some are on the TuneIn app or on our website, and they may not be exactly within certain borders. Where is that reach?
Yeah, so we actually go as far north as McLennan County, so Waco. We go east to Freestone and Limestone. We go south to Gillespie and Hayes. And then, we go west to Saba. So we have 21 counties: Bastrop, Blanco, Burnet, Caldwell, Coryell, Falls, Fayette, Freestone, Gillespie, Hayes, Lampasas, Lee, Limestone, Llano, McLennan, Milam, Mills, Saba, Travis, and Williamson counties.
And if you didn't hear your name in there,
exactly,
you must have missed it.
Exactly. What's your website, real quick, if you didn't hear your name, if folks want to know?
CentralTexasFoodBank.org.
Nice and simple.
Okay, so I want to come back on one other little item. So you guys are a food bank, and then you guys distribute to food pantries throughout. So this isn't a centralized. You guys disperse to different locations, and people can go to those locations. Do I have that right?
Exactly, yes. Food banks are responsible for the collection, storage, transportation, and distribution of food to a network of partners that are pantries. They can be soup kitchens, they can be group homes, they can be schools. And then we also have our direct service programs. So in this past year, we actually added an on-site pantry. So people are able to come to the food bank and receive support. But not only do we distribute food, we also provide nutrition education. We have wraparound services that connect people with SNAP benefits. We have a culinary training program. So in addition to providing food for today, we're also trying to provide food for tomorrow by helping break that cycle of hunger and poverty.
Amen.
Jeśli ja говорю по-русски, я хочу моркови. What I said was...
Yes, please help out, man.
I said, what if I speak Russian and I want carrots? So what if there's some people that speak different languages? We're pretty diverse here. So could you tell us about the diversity opportunities for those that speak different languages at these pantries? So are there translators? How does that help if you speak another language?
Well, absolutely. All of our materials are in Spanish and English. If there are other languages that folks speak, we definitely have translator apps. And then at most of our pantries, there are people that do speak the language of folks in that community. That's really the benefit of us supporting such a vast network of 250 partners.
And so, and to that second point, I specifically said I wanted some carrots. So there we have the opportunity to get fresh vegetables and fruit. These are the opportunities that we have.
Absolutely. In fact, we have a saying at the food bank that the future is fresh, and we have a goal of distributing at least 50% of the food we distribute is fresh food, lean protein, dairy items. And fresh is not only a movement towards making sure that we are distributing those items, but it's also an acronym. I'm going to throw a lot of words out there.
Let's go.
It stands for food access, research, economic stability, sustainability, and health. And so those are really the 5 priority areas that we use to tackle hunger now and in the future.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what if folks wanted to volunteer their services? Is that something you guys do?
We always rely on volunteers. We had about 100,000 volunteer hours last year alone, and we're voted best volunteer organization by the Austin Chronicle. So we're really proud of our volunteer team. We need folks in our warehouse to help sort product. We need folks in our kitchen, our garden, out at mobile pantries. So we like to think that there's an opportunity for everyone to get involved.
Nice. How old do you have to be? You have to be at least 18?
You have to be 8.
8?
Oh,
8.
Really? Because I have a child who's going to turn 9, and she's got a lot of energy, and she likes to do good things, so I'm definitely going to bring her your way.
Well, bring her on over. We need folks with energy. We have a lot of food to sort and bag and get out.
Can you explain for those who may not know, because I like that you mentioned it, because one of my questions was to find out, a mobile food pantry, what is that?
Sure. So we have a couple of things. A mobile food pantry is simply just a truck that we are able to bring to a community, offload product, and set up a distribution either in a drive-through format or a farmer's market style format.
Ooh.
And so the idea is that we meet people where they are and bring the food to them. But what we're really excited about is a new program that we launched called our Mobile Pharmacy, and that's FARMACY. And it's a converted car trailer under air, and so it provides like a one-aisle grocery store shopping experience. And so we have racks, and that's where we're able to provide fresh produce, eggs, lean protein, all the things that would be needed in areas known as food deserts.
Yeah, there are a lot. Seems like there's a lot of food deserts in town, and I know that there in other cities. That's a big subject where people talk about not being able to get to fresh food or not being able to get. It's always a struggle. To get to fresh food, not just to get to food, but to get to fresh food too.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important distinction because not only is it about feeding people, but it's about providing nutritious food, right?
Yeah.
And so part of, the H in fresh is health. And so we really believe in food as medicine programs that include medically tailored meals, medically tailored groceries, hospital pantries. So we're working with folks like Ascension. We're working with other people to make sure that we're providing meals that meet, maybe special dietary needs. Really, it's all about serving with dignity and meeting people where they are.
Sari, when you spelled out pharmacy, I don't know why, you seemed like you just dunked the ball and you were hanging on the rim. I knew it was spelled F-A-R, and I knew that's how pharmacy was. I'm joking. I know it's a PH. But, Sari, I'm a little curious about Kids Cafe and summer meals. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Because I don't know if you've heard, I've worked a lot with a lot of school systems, and I do know the value of school lunch. So could you tell us a little bit about Kids Cafe and summer meals?
Yeah, sure. So the idea of Kids Cafe is to make sure that kids have food after school. So many times the only meals that kids are eating are, breakfast and lunch in the classroom, either part of the free or reduced meal program. And so we want to make sure that through Kids Cafes that kids have meals after school, because if they don't, in a lot of instances, the only meal that they're eating or the last meal of the day could be at lunchtime. Yep. And if you're familiar with the school schedule, which it sounds like you are, that could be as early as 10:50, 11:10. So that's really what Kids Cafe and the after-school program is. And then summer meals, the summer food service program, is really similar. It's meant to supplement the breakfast, lunch, and meals that kids wouldn't receive when school is not in session. And so there's a lot of opportunity there throughout our 21 counties to make sure that kids have access to free and reduced meals, both after school and during the summer.
Yeah, summer's coming up real quick.
Yeah.
Summer's going to be here in a hot minute.
That's incredible. That's exactly one of the items I think is often overlooked. A lot of people just are not familiar with. Sari, I really appreciate that you're taking this time for us. I wanted to fire one little item, but I just want to step back. Was there anything that you wanted to offer first before I just keep lobbing these?
Before we wrap it up.
I have so many.
No, I definitely want to point out that, tonight starts Amplify Austin, and so it is an opportunity for folks to contribute to the vast work that we're doing. Right today, just to keep pace with the increased need that we're seeing, we're spending about $1 million a month just to purchase food, which is 10 times the amount that we were spending pre-COVID. And so the numbers we're seeing right now of folks that are food insecure are sometimes higher than that of the pandemic. We're seeing about 70,000 people a week that are relying on our services. So I did just want to point out that increased need, and then also the opportunity to help support, because it is a critical time for the food bank and families we serve.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for calling in. We certainly appreciate it. Good to talk to you. Once again, shoot them the website one more time.
CentralTexasFoodBank.org, and it's a great resource for people to figure out how to volunteer and donate, but it's also a good resource for people that are in need of assistance. They can find pantries in their area and then connect with our team to find resources.
Right, and it looks like you can apply for SNAP, and there's also an art competition as well?
Yes, I'm so excited about that. So our Feeding Creativity art competition is designed to engage student artists and the art community in helping raise awareness for the issue of summer hunger. And so we're going to have a slate of judges that are artists in the community, and the winning art piece will become the new truck wrap for one of our trailers that drives throughout the 21 counties.
How dope is that?
Yeah, that's so cool. I could see, hey, there's my work.
Yeah, exactly, on a truck.
I did that.
Exactly.
On a truck. Well, Sari, thank you so much for calling in. We certainly appreciate it, all right?
Thank you so much for having us.